Good morning, everybody, and happy December. It looks like we got snow in the forecast for today. But yeah. Let's do a quick check on our sheep. Okay, they're happy. They still got plenty of food and water. Their health is good. I've already produced 10 liters of wool. That's good. I got no loan. Oh, that's when we were setting stuff. This was before we started we didn't really start in August. This is when I was setting stuff up. So September is the real month of the when we started the game. 105. That's because we're selling a lot of wood. That's about the only thing we can do in December is we can sell lumber. If we want to make money. That's about really all we can do. Other than our sheep. Well, it's a good thing we've got the forks because we can load the pallets up. We're still good on water. We're still good on food. There's one of them. Hello, sheepy. Where's your compadre? Whoa. Don't need to yell. Where's your friend? There you are. Hello, sheepy. I would not advise doing lumberjack work in the dark, but if nobody's around to see it, why wait? Yeah, so let's chop this tree down. Timber. Delimit. And I count steps. I'm starting, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I count that in my head and then cut. Seems to give decent, about 5.9 or so meter chunks. Pull these guys out of the way. Don't fall on me, fall that way. Oh, it's because the table saws there won't do it. This table saw's got a weird arc around it. You can do some stuff but not other stuff. See, if we had the money in we could purchase the a machine, and we can set the length to however long we want, and we get nice equal chunks. But we don't have a machine because it costs way too much money. I think that at least the machine that I like in game here is $500,000. Eventually I'd like to get it because I'd like to actually work through the timber production line as well. Would be pretty nice, but we are a ways away from that. These little guys down. It's the glitch branch that we can't do much about. We need to make sure we are making money all the time because sheep are going to get expensive. Especially if we have to keep buying hay. Which, at the moment, is the only real expense that we have with them. I mean, we could get a mow deck, we could get a tedder and a windrow and a hay baler, but that all costs money. Or every so often we go and get 2 giant hay bales and call it a day. When it comes to the equipment versus buying the hay bales are a bit cheaper. Not ideal, but you know, once we get this kind of expanded a bit more and we maybe get some bigger machinery in, and that, then it might be feasible for us to put up like a barn, storage loft, something, so we can store our own, and that way we can be self-sufficient in that manner. But we are not there yet, by any means. Get these little guys out of the way. I did see we had a... Over here somewhere was a stump. Was this the trouble? Yes, that was the troublesome one that we can't seem to get rid of. We'll have to get a actual stump grinder of some description for that one. Land on the table saw because we didn't launch it across the map. Oh, we just missed it. It was one of the times we landed on it and I watched it go whee across the map. I think that was when I was doing testing for this series. But a lot of testing that was put into this one. There's a lot of testing I'm putting into the next one that we're going to do. Because I think we're going to run this for 15 episodes, because I believe that'll get us to our first harvest. Which will be of that field, and then I think after that harvest maybe we'll take a bit of a break from this one. We'll move to another map that I've found that's finally out of beta that I've been testing, and we'll go a kind of completely different direction with that. And again, as long as I set it to the 2-day months, and that maybe we'll go 15 episodes in that one as well. That should give us a year in game, I think. We'll see. We'll see if 15 episodes gets us to the September in this game. If it doesn't, then we'll go to 20. And that should definitely get us to the 1-year mark. We'll do the same in the next series as well. We'll do that one. We'll do a year that one. And then we'll come back to this one for Season 2, which will be technically Year 2 for the farm. And we'll continue to expand out. So we'll alternate between this No Man's Land map survival and what the next one is, which I'm not going to quite release just yet on what that one is. But we'll alternate through. Similar concept, but slightly different, because in order to get the other one going right away, we have to spend a heck of a lot more money in that, but I will give you details once we get closer to the start of that one. But I'm excited for the next one. I'm actually wishing if the map had come out of beta and out for the public a lot earlier, we may have actually started in that map for our series. Granted, I love this map. This is like by far one of my favorite maps to play on. But the other map is just, there's a whole lot more you can do. And you can get rich a lot quicker if done right. Which is kind of, you gotta spend a whole bunch of money to get the stuff you need. But in a, say, year, in-game years time span, you'll be able to pay back pretty much all that you spent to get set up and running. So that's always good. like on this map, Timber's the big spender. I mean, Timber on all maps is the big money maker, not the big spender, the big money maker, which is true on the other map too. But there's a another item that is a lot more lucrative, takes a lot more work to get to. It's a bit monotonous to do, but it is quite well. It does quite well for the amount of time and effort you have to put in. I've played through it once to get an idea doing what I primarily want to do in the series, and turns out that works quite well. Again, you just need to find unique ways to get started. I've also started playing with currently kind of like working from the bottom up like we did in this series, and I think that's going to take way too long to actually do. I don't know if that's quite the route that I want to go in that one. I'm thinking my first idea is probably a lot better. It'll get us going a lot quicker. And profitable a lot quicker as well. It's nearly 9 o'clock and it's finally getting light out. Alright, so far for December we've made $14,000. That's fine. Whoops. I don't really look at the profitability just yet. I mean, it's good to know. I just know we get money, we spend money, we get money, we spend money. We don't have a loan to worry about paying off because that's one of the no-nos for this series is no loan. That'll be different for the next series, though. We're not really gonna call it a loan. I think my plan was to call it an investment from a investor to help us get started. And that is what we were gonna do. But I think perhaps maybe we'll go into I want to cut a bunch of these down here. So perhaps we'll go into a bit of a time lapse while I clear a bunch of these out, sell them, and then when we come back, we'll see what we can do. So we'll be back shortly once I've demolished a bunch of these trees and we've sold them. Alright. I think that's a good amount of money saved up to get us partially through the winter. Definitely to keep us occupied, we may work on some more trees. Taking a few more of them down. But, a little over $1,000 to, $51,000, I think it's a good go for a day. Good sheepies. So good, yes. Yep, that's auto-filling as it goes down. Which is nice. Oh, we made 1 more liter of wool. To finish doing the fence around here. I kind of want to make the fence go up to the corner of the house here. Diagonal, maybe put a gate in. And then the fence here. Oh, excuse me. And diagonal out this way. And match up to that. I don't really have a back door on this cabin, do we? No. But then I may be thinking taking the fence off of this back corner, going out a bit. Going out to this corner of the garage, or basically out where that fence is. We'll have to put a drive-through gate here so we can access the rear door, and then close in a little backyard, make it all nice and neat. It'd be pretty cool, I think. I don't know what we really have left that we can do. There's not much because we can't plant anything. We don't have anything to harvest because we didn't plant any poplar grass or harvest meaning plow under the oilseed radish. But we've got more trees down. That's always good. We gotta figure out. We gotta get that stump out of there at some point and get the rest of these bushes out. We can do that because they're gonna bug me. Easiest way is it costs $50, but plant grass. Because you can paint it for cheaper, but then you got all these bare spots that look weird. Whereas if you use the grass right off the bat, it's not so bad. There it is. It'd be one thing if the bushes you could make like easily disappear with like a mower or a mulcher or something, but unless you actually work the ground, they don't go away, which is annoying. But a little bit of landscape work here and there. Disappear. And now that we got some money to play with, we can get rid of a bunch of them. Yeah, some spots we got patches, but there it is. It's not too bad. Oh, landscape looks a lot nicer. I'll have to find a better home. No, we don't have to find a better home for that trailer. But yeah, I guess through these winter months, we should probably change into winter clothes instead of I guess that could be considered winter clothes. That's good. I think these episodes during the winter months are going to be a bit shorter. Like I said, there's not much we can do other than take care of the sheep, which they're pretty self-sufficient unless we need to restock water and food, or we get a full pallet of wool, and then of course we can take that and go sell it. But other than that, it's just doing lumberjack work, which we spent a good portion of the first few episodes doing, and I want to try to minimize the amount of just chopping down trees and selling them that we do, at least until we get to a point where we can do basically sustainable lumber. Basically make, let's see, how am I trying to word this? A sustainable timber farm, where basically we've got a nice chunk of land that we've got cleared out, ready to go. We plant a bunch of trees in it. You know, we plant them in like squared off sections of, I don't know, 50, 100 trees, something like that. We plant a section, and then we wait for them to kind of start to grow, and then we plant another section similar next to it, separated. That way, when the first section is fully grown, we can work our way harvesting through that one, and that clear it all out, get all that timber out, replant it, and the next section should be ready for us to harvest, and we can just kind of keep working that. Or if we're only going to do, say, timber stuff in the wintertime, we plant a bunch of the sections, and then we work through the winter doing them, replanting them. That way, by the time the next winter comes through, we can do that. Because there's really nothing else we can do in the wintertime, other than care for animals and that. So, we'll have to, not quite there yet to set up that sustainable timber farm. But that is on the list of things to do. I've got an area on the map in mind that would be perfect for it. We also have to purchase that area. Any areas in between so we can make a roadway so we can get equipment. Equipment in, timber out. That sort of stuff. But again, this looks like it's going to be a short episode. That'll do it for us today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll have to figure out something interesting to do for tomorrow's episode of the vlog. I'll do some looking and poking around. Maybe we'll... we've got money, so maybe we'll set up something else. Another animal farm. Chickens or something that's also relatively easy to handle. But chickens would be good because we got wheat planted. That's what they eat. So we'll have to at least get a couple bags of wheat to hold them over until we're ready to harvest our wheat. And then we can set some aside for them, which means we're going to need to build a granary or a grain silo. And we can also take some of that to sell. Or we can just keep it all for the chickens, because I think selling their eggs would be a little bit more profitable than what we'd get for the wheat. But we'll see. We'll work through that in the next episode. Again, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see what we do then. Bye, everyone.